Well, with the holiday season in full swing, wine is a popular gift and drink, of course, at all of those parties. So impress your friends and your family with a little knowledge about what's in your glass. I got to learn more from a sommelier at Noble Riot. Check it out. Matt, thank you so much for having us here at Noble Riot. We're so excited.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Okay, first tell us all about Noble Riot. How'd you guys get started? What can we expect when we come in?
Noble Riot started in 2019 as a sort of natural wine bar in RiNo in northern downtown Denver. And it's evolved over time to be what we call an honest wine bar. So we feature the stories of winemakers, the stories of the people who make the wine, and we try to bring a little bit of nerd into all the interactions that we have with our guests.
I am all about a little bit of nerd. That is just right up my alley. So I'm gonna look into this crystal ball here, and I'm predicting that you're gonna let me taste some wine. Am I predicting correctly?
I think you're on the money.
Okay,
I think you're
great.
warm. Yeah.
I have an eye for this stuff, obviously.
I think so far so good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have some wines here in front of us. Walk me through how to properly taste, what we would learn in one of these classes, and I'm just so lost when it comes to this. So
Sure.
Tell me what to do.
Well, the first thing I always tell folks is that if you're stressed out, you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
This is a matter of really kind of enjoying what's in the glass and trying to piece together a bunch of puzzle clues in order to make a bigger picture.
Ooh, okay.
So I think it's like, think of it as like a dossier that you're putting together for an intelligence agency. We're trying to figure out what is in the glass.
Right.
So part of this is what we call the deductive theory.
Okay.
So it's removing what it isn't. And that requires some probably background education to sort of look into what the wines may or may not do in terms of what the visual is, what the smell is, and what the taste may be.
Okay.
So we examine the glass first just by looking at it.
Okay.
Right? So I see two white wines here.
Yes.
I don't necessarily know what they are, but I can already tell that one is a little darker than the other.
Definitely.
Right? This is a little more of a straw color, and this is more sort of a rich gold.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
And this is a more concentrated color in this wine, and this is a little bit of a lighter kind of fading color in this wine. So what that probably tells me is that this wine is younger, was produced more recently, and this wine is probably older.
Interesting.
Right? It's got a little bit of age to it.
Okay.
I'm also noticing that it has kind of viscosity to it.
Sure.
So that probably tells me that just by looking at it, that we probably saw some oak aging in both of these wines.
Interesting.
Right? What we call water loss, or the angel share.
Okay.
So we look through, and just look through also the tears. I see that the tears are the little rim of water that goes around the glass. If you swirl it around, the tears are an indication of alcohol level and sugar content. So if you have big, drippy, runny tears, that's probably a sign that you have a higher alcohol wine. And if you have fast running tears that are thinner, that's a lower alcohol wine.
Wow.
Right?
Interesting. Okay.
And just by looking at it, I've probably excluded 70% of the grapes out there.
Wow. Okay.
Right? Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Now you go ahead and smell it.
Okay.
Or as Psalms would say, nose it.
Nose it.
All right, let's nose it.
Let's nose
Let's get nosy.
Let's nose this thing.
All right, so on line one, what's your first impression?
It's kind of airy, light. It doesn't really, it's not super strong going up the nostrils. Am I doing?
I think you're right. Yeah, it's
rightish?
not a hot wine, right?
A hot
the
wine.
alcohol is in like 15%.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little lower, more medium plus, as we say,
Maybe
instead
a little
of high.
sweet-ish?
Maybe some sweet fruit.
Yeah.
Maybe came from a warmer place, not necessarily cold place. Because what we find also is that wines that are more fruity tend to come from warmer places. And wines that are less fruity and more earthy, and where the fruit isn't the driver of the bus, that's usually a wine that comes from a cooler place.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I want to smell. Let me get nosy with this guy too. Let's
get nosy.
Ooh. This I feel like smells a little earthier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And it's bolder for sure.
It's showing some interesting signs of age too.
Yeah.
What we call tertiary. So if you ever heard these interesting wine terms, so there's primary, which is usually means fruit. Or the fruit smells. Secondary is going to be the things that are like barrel aging and earthy qualities.
Sure.
Tertiary is about how old the wine is,
Okay.
and all of the different things that happen as it starts to age and oxidize over time.
Interesting.
And this is showing some kind of fun, nutty characteristics and some sort of almost tropical qualities as well.
Wow, you are a nerd, Matt.
A big nerd. Huge nerd. So a few little sips.
Wow.
That's fun.
I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm getting the sweet fruit that we kind of smelled earlier. Crispness. Is that a descriptor word? Did I make that?
I think crisp.
Crisp.
I try to drill down a little more and say, is it more acidic?
Oh.
Acidity in the wine helps balance out the alcohol.
Yeah.
And the acidity is something that helps you salivate.
Okay,
right?
let's try this other one.
Absolutely. Let's get in there. Always like to swirl it around, get it kind of activated.
Okay.
I'm definitely getting some kind of fun melon, tropical banana things going on.
Yeah, banana. You said
Yeah.
banana. That's definitely tasting that banana. It's I can feel the salivation coming through this one too.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely a little bit acidic as well. I'm gonna say higher alcohol.
I think you're on the money there.
Okay.
Yeah, the fruit is muted,
Okay.
but that's because it's an older wine.
Right,
But it still
okay.
retains its alcohol.
I don't think we should stop here. I think we should try some reds.
I think that's the case. Let's go.
Okay. So Matt and I did not stop there. We covered a lot more about the art of tasting wine, including those reds that they mentioned. So you can see the full version on our YouTube page. That will be out very soon. Noble Riot also offers a variety of wine classes. You can learn more at nobleriot.com. And of course, please drink responsibly.